Hello and welcome to another episode of Streaming Without a Paddle. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ted.
This week, Ted and I took on the Netflix foreign original Mango. It's a Danish produced rom-com. There you go. I mean, I have 1 hour, 36 minutes in length.
Yeah.
I'm at normal length.
You want me to list these names for you?
Well, yeah. You just have to trust us. There are people in this movie. They're all foreign actors, so let's just call the female lead Amy, and we'll call the male lead in this Vin.
Okay.
All right. There's a reason behind that. Or we could call him Jason, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want.
All right, Vin or Jason. So, but those aren't their names because I can't pronounce them. I don't know if Ted can.
I can pronounce them.
Oh, well, do it. Then go do it. I mean, goodness gracious.
Okay. Josephine Park plays Lærke. Dar Salim plays Alex. Sarah Jimenez plays Paula. Josephine Holgeberg, Agnes. Paprika Steen, Joan. Anders W. Berelstein is Tom, and then that's kind of about it of the main players.
Okay, good for you. Show me up. Make me look bad.
It's just phonetics.
Yeah,
I'm just going through my phonetic
right.
dictionary that I had from grad school.
Yeah, I tried phonics. Hooked on phonics.
Hooked on phonics?
Right. That didn't work for me either. So it was a lost cause. All right. Since Ted was able to do that, I'll tell everybody what this movie is about. Amy, Lærke, in the Lærke is an executive, a mid-level executive at a hotel company, and she works in the development side of it, and she's and they're in Denmark. That's where she is. And her boss has sent her to Malaga, Spain, to go acquire a piece of property so they can build a hotel on it. And the piece of property itself is a mango plantation. And that was run by, what was his name, Alex?
Yeah.
Alex. That was his character's name.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. All right. Anyway, and so long story short of it, Alex is a widower. The mango plantation was basically left to him to oversee and run and such after his wife and her parents died. And there is a little sister that his wife had. So he is the brother-in-law to this young lady. Mm-hmm. And between the two of them, they manage the plantation, excuse me. And then here comes Lærke and her daughter, who are essentially estranged because she is divorced from her husband, and the daughter lives with the dad. And she's Lærke's just a busy bee. She's had a lot of focus on her professional career. Her husband is obviously well off. I think he was a lawyer, to be honest. And so, after they got divorced, she wanted to do her thing, and she did her thing. So there you go. So they go down to Malaga, mom and daughter. They meet stepbrother and stepsister who run the plantation, and they for a lack of a better phrase or synopsis, they begin talks over acquiring this mango plantation to build a hotel on. There we go.
That's it.
So, I did fail to mention Alex and Lærke fall in love.
Yeah. I mean.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a This is a.
This is going to be good.
This is a Hallmark movie with a budget. It is not super interesting. Nothing sticks out about it. But if you like the Hallmark type movies, which, my mom loves them. My mom would love this movie. My mom would absolutely love this movie. Lots of people do. It's just a very run-of-the-mill love story. You've seen it 100 times. They do it well. There's nothing wrong with this movie at all. It's hard to talk on the acting because it's like, well, I know he's real good. I've seen him in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
He's a real good actor. I actually think this was a throwaway for him.
This is my first exposure to either of them, and I thought he did great. Matter of fact, my first response, and that's the reason I wanted to call him Vin, was I think he could probably replace Vin Diesel in any movie that you want to cast.
He was in Game of Thrones.
And what? Yeah.
He's in Game of Thrones, so you've seen him.
I don't recognize him. I didn't recognize him. I didn't look back on his CV, and I dropped the ball on it because I just figured, okay, I'm not. Now, granted, I did do a little looky back on the director here. He is a Danish director, and he's no stranger. This is, I think, his fourth feature, and he's directed 7 projects. So he's in the world of Denmark. He's an award-winning director.
Yeah,
and it shows. He did it. Now, I'm going to disagree with Ted. For you older folks out there, people of my generation, I'm going to sum it up this way. This is way better than a Hallmark movie. I didn't know Ted was coming in there with that. This is every bit a French Kiss. Oh. And I kid you not, if Kevin Kline and Meg Ryan were playing in this movie, it was in the 80s or 90s, this would be a huge, huge hit in the way of a rom-com. I'm sorry. It's that well written. And my wife and I watched it together. And we were sitting there, and I said, I don't know, we were a third of the way through it. And I said, if Kevin Kline and Meg Ryan were in this movie, what would you think? And she was, oh, my God. Everybody would love this because this is really good.
Yeah, but it's not Kevin Kline.
Yeah, but it's not Kevin Kline and it's not Meg Ryan because it's a Danish movie.
Right.
And as far as I know, I don't know. I mean, this guy and this lady, they might be the Kevin Kline and Meg Ryan of Denmark. I don't know. So people might look at it on that level over there. We don't look at it on that level because the stars of this thing aren't familiar with this. I mean, if it was Ashton Kutcher and Reese Witherspoon, we did one with them, or Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis, this movie would be extremely popular. Matter of fact, this movie was more, in my eyes, was better than that Ashton Kutcher, Reese Witherspoon movie we watched. I can't remember because it's been forever.
Yeah, I remember.
So the name of it, but this was better than that.
I've got to turn off the dubbing. I didn't do it again, and I told you last time that I was going to turn the dubbing off and I was going to read it.
Right.
And I didn't. And because I had been at my friend's house and I got home and I was like, wow, I got to watch this. So I turned it on and I just left the dubbing on. And it almost ruins every movie for me.
You know what? I think he spoke English in it.
He did.
The whole time.
Yeah, I don't think she did.
So
I think it was a mix. They seemed to half the time be dubbing over, but half the time speaking English.
I thought the dub job, if that's what it was, I mean, I know there were times when it was, but I never picked anything up on him as being an overdub. Sometimes it was with her. There was an overdub, but I think in general, I mean, they spoke English
most of the time. He mainly does English-speaking films.
Oh.
Like, he's from there, but he mainly does English-speaking films. Like The Covenant and The Gentleman and all those Guy Ritchie things. He clearly works a lot in England. But he's great. Like I said, I'm sorry. They were all did a good job. It was a good script. It just
Yeah.
nothing stands out about it to me. Mango Nade is the best joke in the whole script.
Well, yeah. Again, I'm of the belief that if this was, I mean, for an American audience, if this was Kevin Kline and Meg Ryan or Kutcher and Witherspoon, you know, it would have a much bigger viewing because it's that caliber of a rom-com. It really is. I mean, I just,
It was done very well.
yeah, all right. It was so funny. It was shot in Spain, and I've been to Spain. I would love to live in Spain. I highly recommend Spain. So it brought me a lot of excitement just knowing that they were in Spain shooting this. So I can honestly say that, that my opinion of this might be a little swayed because it was in Spain. But scenic, it was just, it was great. When we were watching it and they're at the mango plantation, my wife made the comment of, "Do you think that's real?" And I was like, yes, I do. Now, I think they came in and dressed it a little bit, but that's a real mango plantation. And I would not be surprised if it wasn't a functional mango plantation in the same respect as they portrayed it in the movie, where they have a place where visitors, it's like stopping off of 65 South, going from here down to the Gulf Coast, and you get to Clanton, Alabama, and you got to pull off at the peach stand down there.
Got to get them.
Got to get the peaches, and I don't think it's any different than what we have here that they had there. It's a real deal. So, all right, I thought they did great. I think the acting, it was great. I think the direction of it was great. As you can see, I think we have a little different opinion of this movie, but I enjoyed it.
I mean, I would love to see the Rotten Tomatoes on it.
Have
you already looked that up?
No, I haven't, but it's got a 5.7 on IMDb.
That is exactly the score I would give it.
Yeah, but a 5.7 on IMDb is like an 80.
I would give this...
Because nobody gets over a 7.
I would give this a real score.
We're going there now?
No, I don't want to go there yet. I'm just saying,
sure can.
I'm just curious. It's fine. It was fine.
I just, I don't know how you cannot like this movie. I mean... I get it. Society is so changed today. And, I'm constantly reading things where they're talking about, Gen Z isn't, into the same maturity level when it comes to, or some fascination or, when it comes to romance and all that just doesn't really exist with them as it did with earlier generations. I read all that stuff, so I can understand why they have a problem. But our listeners out there, if you're 45 and older, especially if you're a female, I think you're really going to enjoy this movie.
I did not enjoy it. I'm just giving it. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving it the score that I feel. If I watched French Kiss right now, I would probably be like, yeah, this movie's like a 7, 6, 8. Like, okay. I wouldn't be like, this is a 12. You know what I'm saying?
I do, but I'm thinking this is a good movie.
It is a good movie if you like rom-com stuff.
Well, after the last 4 weeks of stuff we've been watching.
This was a breath of fresh air.
It was.
You're right.
It was. Now, I've been watching other things like Plurbius.
Okay.
That new Vince Gilliam series on Apple. Oh, man, that's incredible.
I've got to give a mini review for that. What's his name? The John, the clown. What's his name? That buried the boys under his house. That TV series, Monster.
Welcome to Derryberry?
No, I've got to do one on that, and I've got to do one on...
Monsters? Is that the one you went to see at the theater?
No. Weapons.
Weapons.
Weapons is... You can watch Weapons on HBO now.
Yeah. Yeah, matter of fact, what did we watch something the other night that just dropped? Nobody 2. That
Was it good?
No, it wasn't.
Nobody One was good.
Nobody 1 was good. This was nowhere near as good as Nobody 1. So it was, it was like another 48 hours. It was I think just a money picture.
Yeah.
So and of course what did we watch? What's that? What just came out with that guy who plays Reacher?
Oh, I watched that.
And Kevin James.
Yeah, I watched that. I got to finish it.
Yeah, I didn't finish it either. That sums it up, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Devil in Disguise.
Devil in Disguise.
The John Wayne Gacy story.
Okay. All right.
Which was, I'll just give it on here since we're here right now.
Sad to say that.
That's not going to be for you.
No. Oh, no. And there's no reason for me to watch that, but you should do a mini on it.
You want me to do a mini on it?
I do
okay.
a mini.
All right.
Short. So, but yeah.
I'll do a mini on it.
This was very refreshing. I think if this had American stars in it, that it would, for an American audience, it would play way bigger than it does. I'm disappointed.
I don't think it's very funny. It was more just like a romance.
Yeah, it is. I called it a rom-com, and that was bad on my. It's actually billed as a romantic drama.
Yeah, because they
have some light moments in
Mango
it.
Nade.
But you're right, and it's more of a very light drama.
Can I read you something?
Sure.
So I just went to look up Rotten Tomatoes, and they didn't have enough to give it a score.
Right.
So there's only 4 reviews.
Right. We're going to put ours on there.
Okay, good.
All right, I'm going to put mine on there.
Mango is a 6 out of 10, perfectly fine, barely passable movie thanks to its agreeable performers and pretty scenery. Now, I would give it a step higher than that. I wouldn't say that about it.
What other? You said they got 4 reviews. Chuck another one.
Mango's a sweet story reminiscent of Under the Tuscan Sun and other tales of redemption under the influence of nature and a slower pace of living.
Are you cherry picking on me over there, Ted? Because that one right there,
Mehdi Abbas,
Under the Tuscan Sun. Oh my God, that's great.
Mehdi Abbas' Danish language Netflix original, written with Milad Schwartz Abbas, is sweet enough, like the Mangoes, but completely lacks any distinguishing characteristics or meaningful ambitions. Last one. Mango is an uneven journey with a poor start and a rocky ending, but the middle part of the journey is enjoyable and leads us to a satisfying conclusion. That's so accurate.
There's 4 positive reviews.
Well, 1 is not. But completely lacks any distinguishing characteristics or meaningful ambitions. That one is not. They gave it a 2 out of 5. But the other 3 are all positive. All of them gave it a 6.
Okay. Everybody gave it a 6.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, they gave it a 3 of 5.
Out of 5.
A 6 of 10.
6 of 10.
Which 3 of 5 is 6 of 10. I mean.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, since we've done that, let's just go ahead and then let's drop some numbers here.
Let's drop some numbers.
All right. You mean go?
I can go before you.
Okay,
I think yours is going to be better than mine.
Whatever. Go ahead. I mean, put it out there.
6.8.
Okay. Yeah. I'm a 7.6.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I mean, it's a good movie. I thought it was, I enjoy movies like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. I mean, I don't know how you cannot enjoy a movie like this because there's nothing bad about it. It's just, I get what you're saying, but and again, the influence of Spain, because if you've ever been to Spain, Spain is probably the most beautiful place I've ever been. I was talking to somebody the other day where we were talking, and they called up, right? We just finished watching a movie, and they called up and said, "Hey, what you doing?" I go, "We just watched this movie, and it took place in Spain." And without me being able to even go down that road of my journey through Spain, they were like, I'd move to Valencia in a heartbeat. Love it. Take the train to Barcelona. It's incredible. I was like, you've been to Spain? And he goes, didn't want to come back. I was like, I didn't want to come back either. Never met anybody who didn't like the country of Spain. So if you're going to put a European country on your bucket list, I'm going with Spain. That's it.
fair.
That's it. So, all right, Ted, you were what, a 6'8"? I know it was a 7.
But I'm a
7'6".
watch. I'm a
Oh,
watch.
I'm definitely a watch. It makes me so angry. You had to search this in Netflix. It wasn't up on the board when you log on. You had to go search it out. And I you got to promote this kind of a movie. I mean, it's a good movie. Do they not even know what they have here?
I think anymore it's so hard to promote a movie. Like, just to put in perspective, the Bob Trevino won every award imaginable. And they're having to fundraise to do an Oscar campaign.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on. We were in like 100 theaters. Come on. But it's like, it's just so hard to get your movie out there anymore.
Well, it just goes to show me that companies like Netflix, while I'm very grateful for their existence in the sense of putting out content and opening our eyes, and I say our eyes, this area, the United States, up to eyes open to films like this that come in from other countries. I've seen a half a dozen or more foreign films this year, and I can't think of a bad one except for that one that was down in Patagonia.
Oh,
That
it was just
that was horrible.
But that's also different because it's like different cultures, like what they think is funny, and that was a rom-com.
No, that was a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, but what they think is wasn't it Chile?
Yeah,
One was Chile, but like
Chile,
what they think is funny in Chile, like that style of acting, we can't relate with because we haven't watched that since the 80s. Do you know what I mean? Like that one character who's like super famous actor there, but it's like, oh, he's doing like all these faces. Like we can't relate with that. We can't relate with that because nobody's done that since.
Look at the camera and do that again.
We can't relate with that because, we had that Jack Tripper, I mean, he killed it. He did all that stuff. All those sitcoms in the 80s did that in 70s. And then we kind of phased out.
Right.
They didn't, apparently.
Yeah. Right.
Whatever his face is doing.
Yeah. Again, if they had names attached to it, American names, this would have been more popular and they would have probably promoted it. But I think that troubles me when Netflix gets a hold of something like this. And when I say gets a hold, they've greenlighted it. They apparently paid for it. This is a Netflix original. And they bring it over here with no fanfare. I mean, they could have promoted the crap out of it over there. But I think this would, they need to be able to exhibit their work, and they being Netflix, that they're doing in other countries.
I bet you that this is the number one movie in Danish Netflix. I bet they promoted it so hard.
And they should. I mean, they should have at least did something here. I mean, like I said, I think I found the trailer on it on the Netflix YouTube channel, which is something, we go through and every other day, basically, because they're just constantly dropping them on.
Well, the only thing
Netflix.
The only thing Netflix is promoting right now is Stranger Things season 5.
They're cranking stuff out over there. It's unbelievable.
I don't know that I can commit to season 5 of Stranger Things. Every single one of the 8 episodes is an hour and 45 minutes long.
Let me just back up here real quick. Let's see. I'm going to do a count. These are Netflix movie and series releases just for the month of November. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 either new series or features that are being dropped in this month alone.
Christmas is busy.
And no, they're not even Christmas stuff.
Really?
I mean, there's just one Christmas thing that's we're going to review it. That's dropped, but we're not going to review it until we get closer to Christmas. My God,
I mean,
I absolutely refuse to do anything Christmas before Thanksgiving, and
I agree.
I mean, goodness gracious. So, but after that, we'll hit a couple of Christmas. No, I stand correct. 2 Christmas movies, but one's right at the end of the month. So after Thanksgiving. So, but that's a lot. 18 new series.
It's a lot, dude.
Or features to drop in the month of November.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, and that's just Netflix. That's just Netflix. So, I mean, granted, Prime is not as prolific as...
Can I just... I keep asking you this question as a person that worked in production for a number of years. If there's so much content, but nothing is being made, I don't understand it. That's what they're saying. Nothing's being made. No actors I know barely have any auditions. Like, people with names are taking little bitty guest star parts. And it's like, are they just not shooting anything in the United States of America? Is that where we're at?
That could be it. I don't know where the production on all those shows were. I mean, I've just started Malice on Prime with David Duchovny.
Yeah.
And that was obviously, shot in Greece or somewhere like that. So I don't know. Well, this obviously wasn't shot here, and I just watched that Wolfman.
Not shot here.
No, that was in New Zealand, wasn't it?
Because they're non-union crews.
New Zealand.
That's what it is.
And I'm trying to think what else would we recently watch. House of Dynamite. That was shot here. But yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Obviously, they're doing it. I don't know what they're doing. I'm not tapped into that.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So, all right. I'm a watch. Ted's a watch. Before we go, though, I have to say this.
Okay.
You're right. In my feed, for some reason, I'm getting a lot of these shorts and reels of horse videos, horses being funny.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just saw one right before we came on the air here, and I have to. I grew up on a farm, and I have a horse story. Okay, I don't have any video of it because we didn't have phones with cameras on them back in the day, right? But I grew up on a farm, and what we had, I'm just going to call it a four-wheeler, but this was in the late 70s, and I came rolling down. I was going from the house down to the barn, right? And our horses were out running in the field, which was fine, perfectly acceptable. They did it all the time. So anyway, I was headed down towards the barn, and one of our horses, Jack, he saw me heading down to the barn on my four-wheeler, and he came running up, kind of intercepting me, right? Mm-hmm. And so I stopped because I didn't want to run into him, right? And he slowed down, and he went from a gallop there into just kind of a slow, methodical walk. And he got closer, and he got closer to me. And then he real quick turned around, right? Like a horse would do to kick you, right? He let out the biggest fart. And when he did, he then kicked his legs up in the air, and he took off running to the barn.
He just had to drop a heater on you.
He did. He smoked me is what he did.
Yeah. He got you.
And then he beat me to the barn.
Wow.
He knew I had him beat. So he ran an intercept.
To fart on you.
And then, to slow me down. And then he got there and he was like, now what do I do? I got him stopped.
Fart on him.
The best thing I can think of is I'm gonna gas him.
Yeah.
You know what? We got lots of animals around here, and I think animals think. I mean, I don't think there's any argument there, and I think animals have a sense of humor. Here's another real quick Jack story. We were saddling up. We're going out for a family ride one day. My dad rode Jack, and he got the saddle on him, and he got everybody up on their horses, and then my dad went over there, and he put his foot in the stirrup, and he's going to, toss himself up onto the back of Jack there. And when he did do that, Jack took 2 steps forward, right? And my dad kind of ducked down, I guess, because my dad went over Jack, right? And he landed on his ass on the other side. And then Jack just stood there. He turned around and looked at him. And you could just tell he was laughing at my dad laying on the
Horses
ground.
are funny.
They were. Jack had a great sense of humor. All right, I'm going to leave my end on that. You got anything you want
No.
to throw out there? No?
No.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for being watchers and listeners to the show. We really appreciate it. Till next week, I'm Andrew.
I'm Ted.